Good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Chris Fine. I'm a Public Information Officer with the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Standing behind me is Sheriff Carmine Marcino and investigators from our East District Criminal Investigations Unit and our Animal Cruelty Task Force. We called this press conference today to provide updates on our recent animal cruelty investigation. To give those updates, Sheriff Carmine Marcino. Sheriff?
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. Since the implementation of my Animal Cruelty Task Force in 2020, we've investigated 148 cases and arrested 26 people related to those crimes. Today, it infuriates me to announce another animal cruelty case. I've made it clear that I will protect those that cannot protect themselves. Late last night, my team arrested Anthony Pugh Sr. and Anthony Pugh Jr. for crimes involving animals. This case is different than any other one we've investigated. On March 30th, my detectives responded to a home on West 9th Street in Lehigh Acres where they found several dogs with extensive injuries and evidence of possible dog fighting. The investigation led our detectives to another home on Aspen Avenue South in Lehigh Acres, where they discovered more of the same. These dogs were being kept in deplorable conditions, locked in cages filled with urine and feces. Many were found malnourished and had open wounds. Several pieces of equipment consistent with dog fighting were located on both scenes. All the dogs were treated by the veterinarians at Lee County Domestic Animal Services, who documented injuries consistent with dog fighting. At this point, all the dogs are alive, but several require constant medical care. Detectives arrested both father and son for multiple counts of dog fighting and baiting, as well as animal cruelty. All are felonies. It appears the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is the largest dogfighting case in recent Lee County history. 16 dogs were removed from both scenes. Unfortunately, because it's illegal, I can't treat these two disgusting humans the way they treated these dogs. My jail is far cleaner and safer. It sickens me that we're still investigating these cases, and I will continue to dedicate any and all resources combating animal cruelty. My message could not be more clear. If you are committing any crime on an animal, my team will investigate you, we will hunt you down, and take you to jail. The Marcino Motel is open. It always has vacancies for lowlives like this. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I'm going to tell you it's worth even more. This is the evidence of what you see. This sickens me. I can't be more clear. I'm so proud of our detectives and the countless hours of dedicated hard work to make sure that we put these two thugs behind bars where they belong. I have said it from day one. If you abuse or neglect an animal in this county, we are going to hunt you down. I don't care where you go, I don't care who you're with, and I don't care where you are. We will track you down and you're going to prison. I'm not going to tolerate it, and we are not playing games. I'll take some questions.
Now, Sheriff, do you know how long these two were engaging in this animal fighting activity?
So tips come through Crime Stoppers, and as soon as we receive these tips, we are in there immediately. So this investigation, I mean, it's very thorough and lengthy, okay? For the last couple days, we have been investigating, and again, everything, it's not the time it takes, it's actually when we can make certain we're getting in to get the right facts and details without alerting them where they move dogs or take dogs out. But it's just not this investigation. We're doing these investigations every single day, all over the county. I can't even believe after the message I sent as sheriff, after the Animal Cruelty Task Force is implemented, that we have people as disgusting as these people that think it's okay to fight, abuse, and neglect dogs. We are going to hit them at the highest level per statute and charge them with everything we possibly can. I work very closely with our great state attorney, Amira Fox. The state attorney's office does an amazing job, and we work as one cohesive team. I've spoken personally to our state attorney, Amira Fox, and together we will make certain that we're not going to allow animals to be abused.
Quick question for you. You said that there was evidence of dogfighting at both of those locations. Does that mean, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but does that mean that they were hosting dogfights, or that there's evidence that these dogs were involved in fighting at other locations?
So the question, and it's a great question, for us they do it for a number of reasons. One, they breed these dogs to be that champion fighter so they could sell the dog at its value. The more fights the dog wins, the more valuable it is. Then people actually will probably pay to attend these fights, okay, and then they bet on the dog. It's just never going to happen in this county. It's not if, because if it happens, we're coming in full force. We have the latest, greatest technology, and my detectives are second to none. We are going to deploy every resource and put an end to it. And I'm telling you, unfortunately, the Marcino Motel is too good for these people, okay? I want you to look again at these pictures, okay? When you look at these pictures, okay, what kind, I'm not even going to call them a human being. What kind of a person does this to an animal? Those that they can't protect themselves. And we owe it to them. And by the way, 70+% of people that abuse dogs further abuse humans. It's the making of a serial killer. Okay, so we're not going to tolerate it, and we're not having it. No way.
And in terms of the equipment you guys found at these specific locations, how extensive was that equipment in dogfighting activity?
When the detectives briefed me, we have, treadmills, so the dogs are taught to work out, to build them up. And, I also observed a video. And in the video, you see this dog that can be around human beings. But the second the dog was around a stuffed animal that was equivalent to the same size of a dog, it goes on attack mode like you've never seen, and it goes right at the throat and shreds it. Okay, this behavior is because that's what they're taught. I'm going to also touch on a different case which has brought a lot of attention. There was a video that was actually forwarded to me because a patron had felt that obviously there was a video of a man, an unknown male, swinging and punching a dog in the back of a car. We had very limited information. I'm proud of the great residents of Lee County. You know why? See it, say it, make the call. So we have residents calling in more than ever, and through Crime Stoppers, we were able to get enough information, and again, our detectives who worked around the clock, we pieced it together. It was at a racetrack, a local racetrack. We were able to go in, begin interviewing witnesses, surveillance, and I'm proud to say that we've identified, how can I put it in nice words? I hate to call him a human being, but the person that was abusing the dog, he's identified, and we're working with our great state attorney, Amira Fox, right now on what charges are coming down. So I know that's caught a lot of attention. I get a lot of calls on it. It's taken some time because, again, we had very limited information, but we're utilizing drug dealing technology because we took money from drug dealers off the streets, and this is what you're looking at right now. The technology we have, we're able to go back, piece things together, and again, the men and women of the sheriff's office and law enforcement that are second to none. We're not going to tolerate it. You commit a crime in this county, think again. If you don't like it, the great residents of this county have law and order. And if you're that 1% that doesn't get it, we're coming for you. Leave while you can. We don't even want you here. Law and order, or there's the border.
And do we know if there's anyone else involved in this, animal abuse situation with and all that, and how were these two involved in like this ring?
So right now, again, open investigation, and we're getting pieces constantly. We're getting intelligence constantly. We're getting people calling Crime Stoppers. So there's plenty more to look at, and I will tell you this. When someone calls a complaint in, no matter how small, everything gets investigated immediately. We're not going to wait 1 second. I couldn't be more proud of the people. I deliver the message. They're the heroes. They're the ones that went out there, hours of constant, dedicated hard work to build these cases so that we don't have to look at another picture like this. This is sick. This should never happen. Again, my motel, the Marcino Motel, is too nice of a place for someone that does this. Any other questions?
One more follow-up.
Yes, sir.
You said like they have the training equipment there. Would you classify these houses as places where they train the dogs to engage in dog fighting, or was this a place where they also, I don't want to say hosted, but engaged in actual dog fighting?
So what we have right now, again, things unfold very quickly, and I try to deliver that information immediately and transparently. But this investigation can go in any direction. There might be other homes that we're looking at right now, other, quote, people that we're looking at right now. But we've seen the evidence, not only through the injuries with the dogs, but the treadmills, the cages, the actions of the dogs. And right now, you know, those dogs are, you know, they're being treated. They're being treated. And this investigation is very open. We will continuously conduct investigations all over this county. I don't ever want to stand in front of you and deliver one message. I don't want to be here talking about an animal abuse case or neglect case. I ask you to help me get the message out because the message couldn't be more clear. This Animal Cruelty Task Force and my team have done an amazing job. Anyone in this county that's going to engage in this behavior, it's not if, it's absolutely when. And we're going to crush them. And they need to leave while they can. Thank you.